Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about the Fox family because DC Comics is sabotaging the Fox family, and I just don't understand why. You know what I'm saying? If any of you guys know that Lucius Fox has been really close to the Wayne family for years. You know what I'm saying? I think since the 1970s. And it's kind of funny, like, you have this character who, started off small and ended up being, like, currently in continuity right now, is the CEO of Wayne Enterprises. So you have this important black family in Gotham City that works, and one of them works heavily with Bruce Wayne. But in recent years, well, not in recent, I guess it is recent years because it was last year. In the recent year, they decided that they want to, break that family, that bond between Bruce Wayne, and the Fox family. And it's just weird. So, of course, you guys know that not Lucius Fox, but Tim Fox, aka Jace Fox, is trying to be Batman because reasons. While you have Luke Fox as Batman, and I just don't understand what's happening right now. Why are we doing this with this unknown character? This character's been out since the 70s, so you didn't do much with the character at all. But God forbid, let's connect him to Batman, even though the family right now don't like vigilantes or don't really like Batman like that. You have Lucius Fox, who is hooked up, crackheaded on the Joker toxin, and he has the Wayne fortune. Now I don't know about y'all, but that's kind of weird to have a black family sit up here taking the Prince of Gotham's money because reasons. That's not how that works. You can't just take a billionaire's money like that with just because it got stolen by somebody else. And it was like, well, the board feels like, Bruce, you shouldn't have your money. It don't matter what the hell the damn board says. That's not their money to to dictate. You cannot dictate somebody's money like that. He's not a teenager. He's a grown person, which means that he's allowed to do whatever he wants with his money. And if his money got stolen from all his accounts, it just doesn't make any sense to not give it back to him and then get mad that he has secret accounts or whatever. I'm sorry. If I was a billionaire, I'll have secret accounts too that I don't need none of y'all knowing about. That's none of y'all damn business where I put all my money at. I don't have to put all my money in a place where it's publicly known for everybody to know about. No, that's not how the hell this shit works. Bruce Wayne is worth what? I think 6.3 billion. Why should I have to take some of that money and have to hide it somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Have to have it where it's in public domain for people to know that, oh, this is where Bruce puts his money at. But I just kind of find it weird that you have Batwing as a character. Luke Fox, who was introduced, in 2013, I believe? Excuse me. And instead of doing something more with Batwing and, expanding his story, you were like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if his older brother that really hasn't done much comes back to Gotham City and was like, I'm going to be Batman, but I'm going to be a better Batman. And then it's written by John Ridley, who clearly doesn't know anything about Batman. Because if you're reading his Batman story with Jace Fox in it, it's basically like Jace saying like, oh, Batman basically wasn't there for the downtrodden. He doesn't have his foot on the ground. He doesn't really know what it's like. And it's just like, this man puts his life on the line every damn day. What the hell are you talking about? He knows about Gotham City. He puts his foot to the ground. He goes into every neighborhood whenever there's crime to save people's lives. Don't give me that bullshit. That's somebody who don't know anything about Batman. And it's just like, what makes you think that you should be better when you're taking tech from Bruce Wayne? Because Wayne created the bat suits and stuff like that, and with the help of other people, but it was still his designs. It was still him putting his time and effort into it. And Jace's not a tech person. Lucius and Luke Fox are. Yeah, they are, but at the same time, why are you taking his costume then? Why are you taking the mantle? I mean, I know Jace Fox don't know about Bruce Wayne being Batman, but still, it's just kind of like, don't try to make yourself holier than thou to try to make yourself look better for everyone else, because it just doesn't work for me. I'm not following that. You're not about to sit up here and try to, you ain't been around in God knows how long, and you think you're gonna sit up here, come out of nowhere, and then try to criticize what Bruce Wayne and Batman do when you ain't been around in almost 30 years in Gotham City. So who the hell do you get off at? And then you're not giving me a reason why you want to be Batman. You talk a big game, but you're not giving me a good reason why you want to be Batman. And it feels like you're only being Batman because the story demands it, and not for any reason. And my thing is, instead of doing I am Batman, or whatever, the next Batman, which doesn't make logical sense, but okay, sure. John really should have been writing a story about Batwing and expanding on him. And if you did have to have a black person take up the mantle of Batman, it would make sense to bring back David Zimbabwe. Yeah, the first Batwing. Yeah, that guy. Since you guys want to talk about diversity or whatever, David Zimbabwe was the first Batwing. If anybody could be trusted to be Batman that's black, why not use him then if you have to write a story? Stop using the Fox children all the time, because the Fox family can't hate Bruce Wayne and hate Batman, but then use his money, his resources, his wealth, and his tech to be vigilantes. Because even with I think it was one of the Batman Black and White books where Jace Fox is teamed up with his little sister. Was it Tiffany, I believe? Yeah, Tiffany. And she's supposed to be like a Robin character or whatever. And it's just like, all right. The whole damn family can't be vigilantes. This is starting to just get unrealistic at this point. But again, this is a family that has Wayne Fortune now. And you guys are spending his money willy-nilly, not thinking about the consequences of, you're a black family who just took a white guy whose family is multi-generational wealth, and they get and for some reason the company gave you his money, and he just said, okay, nah, that don't even make no damn logical sense. There are too many laws, and people wouldn't be so willy-nilly to be okay with a black family just taking the fortune of the Waynes. It just doesn't make logical sense, especially after what happened when the government and them know that the Joker somehow seemingly hacked into the accounts and took all of Bruce Wayne's funds to create a lot of crazy stuff or whatever and junk like that. And they also are aware that Bruce Wayne do fund Batman Incorporated. So it's not impossible to see that, oh, the company also has weapons too that are not on the market. Yeah, because he created a company called Batman Incorporated. Like, it just doesn't make any logical sense. Like, I just don't understand why people are acting so stupid when it comes to these kind of things, and then be like confused on why things are happening right now. I don't know. I'm just kind of confused on the foundation of this. Like, seriously, no, like, John Ridley is showing me that he doesn't know anything about Batman at all, whatsoever. And he's just writing this fantasy thing because, oh, look, I'm black. And I am telling a black story because there's not enough black people or whatever, stuff like that. But my thing is, you could have expanded on Batwing's mythos instead of anything else. Like, let's be honest, y'all all talking about diversity or whatever, but when it comes to true diversity, when you have two black characters like Batwing and David Zimbabwe, you decided not to expand on them. You decided to to take another character that hasn't been around in a long time, make him Batman for no damn reason without any just cause, and was like, oh, he's supposed to be better than Batman now. No, it doesn't make any damn logical sense. It just doesn't work. Especially when we already have Bruce Wayne there. Stop trying to replace Batman. Stop trying to replace Superman. Stop trying to replace Wonder Woman. Like, stop trying to replace some of these characters. Now, granted, Barry Allen and Hal Jordan should be fucking replaced because their time was over. Wally West, Kyle Rayner, or John Stewart, either one of them. But this whole narrative structure of these characters, just all of these diversity characters coming out of nowhere and taking up the role without any story given reason. And I'm not saying that in the 90s they didn't do it. They couldn't do it neither. I think they did it pretty well because it was some story, it was a lead up. There were foundations that led into characters taking over for other people. So it just didn't come out of left field. Nowadays it's coming out of left field. I mean, for God's sakes, we got brand new characters just getting solo runs just for the hell of it. Just because. I don't know. I'm just kind of over this. But the problem is, the reason why I'm over it is because it makes the Fox family look bad. Because I was reading the next Batman, and the venom and hatred from some of the people in the Fox family towards Vigilante, towards the Waynes or whatever. And it's just like, bitches, you have his money. You have his wealth. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, why take a prominent black family in the mythos of Batman and make them so unappealing and so unlikable now? Like, now they're playing victim. Why are you playing victim? You guys were still a well-off, rich family. So it's weird. It is weird that now we have such disdain for vigilantes and for Bruce Wayne and all that kind of nonsense. And I'm just like, cry me a damn river. But why would you even want the characters to even be like that? Why would you want Bruce Wayne to go through something like that? And why would you want the Fox family to go through something like that? Because it doesn't bring in character growth. It's more of character assassination. But like I said, they should have just went the route of taking Batwing and expanding on his mythos. That's what I would have did if I was John Ridley. Is I would have looked at the Batwing run and I would have saw like, oh, I got this character that hasn't done much. You know what I'm saying? So let's do something with the character. That's what I would have did. But no, they was like, hey, let's take his older brother that hasn't really done much, and was like, hey, it'd be cool if we make him Batman while there's still a Batman. And he's going to be a better Batman than Batman because he's on the streets and he knows what it's like. You don't know what it's like, but okay, sure. Keep going with that rhetoric if you want to. I just kind of find it weird. That's all I'm saying. I just find it weird that they are trying to create this falsehood about, oh, Batman never been there for people or whatever and stuff like that. And it's just annoying in general. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know. I'm not into I Am Batman, the next Batman. I want Jace Fox to be finished with Batman by like next year. I really do. Because you could have created a brand new character. I mean, you could have created a brand new character with him that wasn't even Batman related. He didn't even have to be in Gotham City. He didn't have to be a Gotham character. But my thing is, you had Luke Fox right there, and you set up there and ignored Luke Fox just to make the older brother Batman, or you ignored David Zimbabwe. And if you really wanted a black Batman, you should have called him and was like, "Hey, David, Bruce needs your help. He needs you to fill in for Batman for a time being while he's off doing something." There you go. That's how you bring in that character, but you do it organically. But whatever. I'm not really interested in the next Batman. I really hope he dies in the next Crisis, to be honest, or give up the Batman title by next year. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.